So we got calves here, but a little older than I expected. Should have been up here a month ago. Maybe we'll find some other new ones. So we're going up in Mount Arbel here. Oh, maybe there's a little one up there. Let me see. So you can see the growth is starting. We won't see it this bare again until probably the end of the year. And this was all brown. It's a while since I was up here. So none of this green growth had happened. And it has come to life. I have a question for you. A couple of questions. Could you name, do you have on the tip of your tongue the names of people, concrete people, who are very significant, serious, hardcore persecutors of religion today? It could be against Christianity, but it could also be against other religions. I forgot to look at the beehives there. Those two lines of beehives. And here we're on this little trail. Oh, there comes the sun. So we're on this little trail here, the lower edge of Mount Arbel. To watch where you walk. Cattle have left their fresh deposits here on the pathway. So do you have on the tip of your tongue names of some serious opponents of faith in the world? And the second thing is, what do you want to do with them? What are you going to do about them? Today we have an amazing story. Oh boy. Oh no, this calf is probably okay. Just playing, resting down, lying down. I presume the calf can get up. Yes. Hello, little calf. You haven't been on camera yet, have you? There we go. So now Mom won't be too upset with me. Her horns are pretty serious. Nice and calmly. That's it there, good lady. So you allow me right of way here. Oh, that's a nice view of that calf in front of us. All the new life. So what are you going to do about these people? And some people take political action, and some people get very angry, and some people get very discouraged. But today we have an incredible day, a day of Thanksgiving, a day of real pondering how the first most ardent, public, systematic persecutor trying to eliminate Christianity from the root turned around and became probably, arguably, the most famous disciple of Jesus, and so impactful. It's very hard to think of others who have had visibly more impact. There are some very significant names that have huge impact, even today, have huge impact in Christianity, in the world through Christianity. But Saul, who knew these lands, who was on his way up to Damascus, which is closer to here than we are to Jerusalem, and he was knocked off his horse, as the saying goes, and completely turned around. It was a slow process then. It didn't happen in a second, but he was cut short in his tracks. And the fascinating thing is that that type of process happens today, and frequently. And some of these people are pretty famous. Some of them are not so famous. They're known in reduced circles, like some major intellectuals in France, very anti-Christian, who have embraced the faith in Christ. We're going to be so surprised in heaven when we see the storyline of so many people. And that wakes us up to a whole new reality of light that's so healthy, that's so life-giving, a new springtime. There's a famous statement that goes back to, I think, Tertullian, who said in maybe the 3rd century was that the blood of martyrs is the seed of Christians. That blood that fell on the ground so many places, and such thriving, living churches flourished. So we can be part of that. You remember these late bloomers, these thorn bushes? And the thorn bush can blossom and bloom and come to life. New life springing up in the desert. The thorn bush that's totally bare becoming a beautiful source of shade and life for all the wild boar here in the mountain. So much transformation. I was looking for flowers, I haven't seen them yet. And they're also awesome works of beauty, impressive works of beauty in the wild side of the mountain. But as a little more heat comes, I'm sure we'll be seeing them in the coming weeks. So I think I want to leave a message like that, short and sweet today, because that is the incredible reality, that people change and God's grace can make it happen. It's a mystery of interaction of God's grace and human freedom. And sometimes we judge too soon because we don't know the whole game plan. So my suggestion today is that you take a moment to pray, even right now in your heart, for the turning around of people who are violently opposed. Just think of the priest in Africa I'm not sure it was Nigeria or the Congo, who was burned, completely burned, like a violent act against him. He was assaulted and burned 2 weeks ago. This is a very severe persecution going on in some places in our world, physical persecution. And there's also a type of philosophical, cultural persecution going on. But the people leading that can change. And one of the recent examples in our times is a man who had killed over 70 to 80,000 babies with his own hands. His name is Bernard Nathanson. You can Google him. Bernard Nathanson. And he told the story so many times you should hear one of his testimonies. Just Google it. See a YouTube video. The Sauls of today become Pauls. It's possible. God bless you, people. Go out to all the world and tell the good news. Things get turned around. That's the message of the Psalms. If you listen to the podcast here of the link I gave you for the readings, you will put it on audio and you can hear them sing, go out to all the world and tell the good news. God bless you. See you later, alligators.